Hi,
Hello, we are live.
Is
we
not streaming game audio only.
are live. I am streaming game audio only.
Well, Worm is here, restreaming him.
I had forgotten to mute the video.
Hello, friends.
Hi, Beck.
Hi. Good, video game playing?
Yeah, I agree.
At
Task
times.
is great, dude.
Alright, boys and girls, we're back after a mere 6.5 hours of kind of sort of playing Ninja Gaiden 2. We're here with Final Fantasy Legend 3, man. For some reason.
It's because I like the game and I wanted you to play it in front of people.
Oh, I see.
I like it so much, I picked it over Final Fantasy VI.
Alright. Just let me know when we're cool, dude.
Yep, I think we're cool as long as you don't need anything before we start.
I think you just need to double check that donation total.
I see.
If you want, I can do the honors of reading them. There's 2 of them.
Sure.
Go ahead, Bulletin.
Thank you, sir. There's $50 from our good friend Stinger PA. Thank you, Stinger. He just, of course, ran a Scapegoat too. In fact, won the race. Congratulations. All hail our Lord and Master. So that, of course, will go towards Demon Chocobo. And then there's $50 as well. And, oh, that's from Vulgen. Hey, he also just did a run. And managed to lose in rather spectacular fashion. His comment says, "For RPG Jerkbird." Oh, hey, we got another donation that isn't just the troll. $19 from Ellipsis, donating $19 for Vulgen's 9-4 time save because it wasn't quite the ice block jump. Thank you, Ellipsis.
Rip, dude. Alright. That puts it above good taste, yeah?
Yep.
Sure does.
Alright. Here we go. If this looks a little plain to you, don't worry. It gets better. And unlike with FF6 in the past, I've never actually played with this background, so we'll see.
Good luck. Have fun.
Yeah.
Count down when you're ready.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is start the game, and I'm gonna enter all my character names, and then I'll count down from there.
Alright, sounds good.
So, welcome to Final Fantasy Legend 3, a story of 4 friends, time travel, robots, and monsters with lots of mouths. With an epic story that would be even better if it actually made any sense or were fleshed out at all. We're gonna name all our characters A. The story of A, and A.
A's a great name.
Mostly because the game, like many other RPGs, draws text characters at a time. So the less text you make the game pull, then the faster it goes. Also because there's manipulation that's a big part of this game, and it only works with this. I tested it just a week ago at DeuceCon where I was using full names and my manipulation didn't work. So thankfully that's not an incentive here. But it's a one button press away from normal. So if y'all want to donate, it's real easy. It's real easy. Yo, my god, dude, it's the Peapot. Sorry, Papot. Anyway, we're long past time to start, so I will be ready to go by go in 3, 2, 1, go. So this is any percent, which means I get to use glitches, man. And the first thing I'm going to do is pull my guest character, Myron. I'm going to take his weapon. And every time a guest character enters your party, they come with their gear. And anybody who knows this game knows that Myron's going to be my character for a while, my guest for a while. So why would I want to steal his weapon if he's going to come back? Well, the good news is that he's technically going to leave my party and then come back immediately. So when he does come back, he will actually come back with a brand new axe. So I basically steal his weapon and I get it for free. I get a good weapon for free, and it's pretty fantastic. This also hurts my eyes, but you know, California or some such. And we start the battle in a battle simulator, both story-wise and probably to get you used to the battle system and all that jazz. We're gonna get introduced to our characters here. We got 3 friends, A, and A. And they're hanging out with Myron, whose axe I just stole. But he's cool. He's cool. And then we're going to meet our other friend, A. And she's a little sad. We're going on a journey. And she's going to miss us. And we're going to miss her, which I think is setting up some sort of weird crush between A and A. That I'm sure A and A also know about. But that it's really never referenced again. So whatever, it's fine. I'm sure they live happily ever after. And then we get a flashback here talking about how basically AA and A are from the future. And this guy named Borgen is sending them into the past, which is actually the present. Confused yet? To save the world from basically these monsters called the Masters flooding the world and creating tons of monsters and stuff. And now you were from that future, but you've been sent to the past, aka the present, to kind of fix the problem. And here's some neighborhood children, Faye and Dion. We're gonna be like all heroic and stuff and tell them everything's gonna be cool. And then our boy the Elder is gonna take us to a special place. And I know that sounds really weird, but it's innocent. We're gonna go to this temple here, and he's gonna show us something pretty cool, actually. Pretty cool. So those of you who aren't familiar, I don't really know where it started. I guess it started with Essentia messing around a few years ago, but she found this really disgusting looking chocobo background with these basic colors, and it was really awful. And kind of made it a rolling donation incentive to keep the background or not, because it actually is kind of hard to read. And I kind of took that mantle from them, having run it a couple times in our Limit Break and SGDQ. And then as it turns out, since I'm playing on the Super Game Boy on Super Nintendo, Super Game Boy 2 specifically, you can mess around with the colors. And so I kind of tried to recreate it as best as I could. Now, I might have found the colors, but I wasn't the one who forced this upon you in the marathon. Those are the organizers, so you can blame them. Anyway, we missed a bunch of story where basically we have this spaceship called the Talon, and it's a time machine that doesn't work right now. So our first job is to find some parts for it so that it's actually not useless. All right. We'll do a little bit of menuing here, and then we got some stuff to do. So I'm going to put that battle axe on that I stole. My man Curtis, is going to learn Ice 1. And then I'm going to save and reset. You're going to see a lot of this. This game sees a ton of manipulation. So the speedrun is interesting or awful, depending on where you stand. The very first 20 to 30 minutes or so is heavily dependent on RNG. And I need drops. Okay. So what I can do, thankfully, is manipulate the game every time I reset to get encounters that I want, that have the possibility of giving me the drops that I need, but I can't control the game giving me the drop because that's frame perfect. So this part's pretty great because I have to farm 4 parts. Hey, I got meat, which is exactly what I don't want. And I just have to hope I get them really, really quickly. So again, it could be worse because I could try to sit and farm the encounters and not ever get the one that I want. But unfortunately, just because I can get the encounter I want doesn't mean I get the drop that I want. So we're going to sit here and farm some robot parts for a while. Now, if you're a god, it takes 4 encounters to get 4 parts. This is encounter number 2. And I'm going to donate money every encounter past that. You can feel free to join me in that if you want, but you certainly don't have to, because I really can't tell you how many encounters it's going to be. Cool, so we got 1 robot part already. That's awesome. Anyone who's familiar with these Final Fantasy Legend games knows that one of the main mechanics is either eating meat from monsters or, I guess, giant screws from robots, and you get to turn into monsters or robots. And they all have their own different abilities and whatnot. So what we want to do right now is turn 2 of my characters, the 2 on the left, into full-on robots. So they need to first eat a part to become a cyborg, and then they need a second part after that to become a full-on robot. Nice, this is not bad. Alright. So we got our 2 that we're gonna get outside. This is actually dang nice pace. I haven't really decided how much I want to donate, because I could say $1, or I could say, let's say $5, and it takes me 80 encounters. Then it's kind of like, well, that sucks, because I don't have that much money. Or I could say $1 and get 4 battles and be done, and only donate 4 battles, and that's kind of lame too, so. I know it's kind of a cop-out answer, but I don't really have a good answer. It really just depends. So this is encounter 4 right here. So every other encounter that I get past this one is going to count. So basically what I've done is, or what I'm doing is some folks rather have found manipulation to get specific encounters that gives me the best odds at my drops, and are also pretty easy to kill. And then I'm going to keep farming them till I get the parts that I want. This game, for whatever reason, Square, whoever, I guess they only published it. Oh my god, what is this, dude? I'm getting the god luck. What was I gonna say? Yeah, the previous games worked on steps and PRNG, based on what you get. And for whatever reason, this one moved on to frames. So everything is frame perfect, if you will. But what I can do is I can load the game on consistent frames by holding the A button or the select, and oh my god, I can't run, to load the game on a specific frame. And then if I just make sure I never pause my movement, then technically I'm walking frame perfectly, and the outcome can be the same every time. It's not over to the last part, yeah. Pox he hasn't run the game in a long time, and a lot of work has been put on it since then. We got the float spell, which is what we came here for, but we're not ready to leave, unfortunately, because we do need 1 more part to farm. Luckily, what I'm manipulating here is a strike first, so this fight's actually a lot safer. Magus is right, though. Even though I only need 1 more part, I could actually sit here for God knows how long not getting the specific one that I want. Because right now, what I specifically need is an orb rat part. And so even if I get a robot part, it might be a flower, in which case I gotta throw it away and try again anyway. Yeah, so basically, the system is just weird. Everything is frame-based. It's really hard to manipulate the game past walking around and hoping for the best in certain scenarios. But hopefully we get past this RNG heavy portion pretty fast here. Yeah. So here we go. Now you can probably begin to see where the frustration in this run can come from, especially if you're going for a good time. Because you have to sit and reset until you get the results you want. And if I don't, if it's for a PB attempt, I'd probably be close to resetting already. If I really wanted to go for the record or something like that. Yeah, these colors are pretty awful, I'm not gonna lie. It's extra special, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna argue with that, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. So this should be like the 4th extra one, I want to say. Yeah, Meta's scale is correct. And then, okay, see, so I got a robot part, but unfortunately it's the wrong one, so I have to keep going. And yeah, at this point it's like, oh, there goes my PB attempt. I'd have to fully start over. From there, it gets extra complicated, actually, because every monster or robot part and every character has an elemental affinity, and they kind of affect each other in different ways. So you kind of have to know what you're doing so that you get the parts that you want and to get the correct robot that you want. That's why I can't give the A all the way on the very left just anything. Even though I got a robot part, it wasn't the correct one because it would have turned into a robot I don't want. What I want is this little mouse butt here called a Tom Tom. Yeah. Yeah. There's like a lot of trial and error you'd really have to mess with to really like learn about it, especially casually. I think this game has a fair amount of love casually. And probably most everybody who plays this game probably didn't get very far. And this is any %, which means we're going to be heavily abusing what glitches are available to me. And, you know, I know some people aren't really into those style of speedruns, and I get it. And one thing to note is that even though I'll be making use of glitches to be fairly effective, this does not make the game free at all. Nice miss. What is happening, dude? This is actually really godlike, except that I'm getting the wrong part every time. Valentine's Day Barf. That sounds correct, actually. But no, it's the Demon Chocobo colors. I'm sure his fans wouldn't want you talking about it like that, you know? Hello? Oh well. Yeah. So again, the first part of the run is it's a little rough. I can't lie, it's a little, oh my god, dude. I am a god. Yeah, this is definitely free right here. I'm definitely not getting owned. So personally, I was definitely one of those people. I played the game a lot casually, basically got nowhere, and then like many years later, I was like, oh dude, I should learn this game. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. And it was great for a little while, and then you start going for good times, and it's just like, oh, it's impossible. Okay. I tried a different frame there. Just so I would stop getting a freaking flower, dude. 5 flower parts, yeah. So this donation total is looking pretty nice right now. I'm not gonna lie. I've actually kind of lost count, but it's probably somewhere around like 8 extra, at least.
We are currently at 3,637 out of our initial goal of 3,000.
Nice. But yes, once we can finally get past this, then the run actually starts looking like a speed run. But until then, we gotta farm our parts no matter what it takes, because I cannot move on until I get the right stuff. Alright. We'll go with 8 on that one. Which means this one's going to be my 9th. And we'll just go on from there. Oops. Story's great. There's so much going on that I plan on telling you all about. If only it were actually fleshed out at all. So there's really, like, a lot of stuff I'm just going to have to fill in for you because, of course, I'm an expert, right? I've played the game so much, of course. And I'm sure I have the writer's intentions in mind. I really don't think, the opposite could be the case. From what I understand, the DS remakes of both 2 and 3 are very good. I have not seen or played them myself. It's terrible. No, man. It's so good. It's so good because you get to just make it up yourself because there's no other choice. I like my story, okay? I don't want to know what my time is right now. It's probably awful. Alright. So basically what I'm gonna do here is start picking random frames to press the A button on and just hope for the best. We're in prey mode right now. I mean, we were already in prey mode, but we're in extra prey mode. Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it, game. Stop it. Just like anything else, like, there's definitely execution on your part. Like, you have to execute, you have to make decisions. There's definitely a lot of that going on. And then there's a lot of this going on, too. Where it's like, okay, there's nothing I can do about this. All the better that someone would take this game in their marathon, which I'm very thankful for. I love this game for some reason. I really actually do. I know I'm really sarcastic, like, all the time, but I actually do enjoy this game quite a bit. It's really only this part that kind of drives me kind of crazy. The rest is whatever. It's all good. The good news is, again, this encounter is manipulated as a strike first, so at least it's easier and faster. That's the good news. The bad news is, I wonder when I will get an Obrat part. It's time to take bets.
Do you think the color palette affects the RNG?
I can't imagine that, because it's technically not. It shouldn't affect the game at all. But honestly, I don't know. I can't imagine, though. It'd be nice to blame. But no. We're good. We're good. We're having fun. It's California Fire Relief Marathon 2, right here at twitch.tv/Wooligan. With a mere day or less to go. You know, where else could you be on a Saturday night but here? Watching a pink screen as some kind of streamer fights the same battle over and over and over.
For charity.
For charity. I did make some decisions here, so technically starting off, Curtis, the second from the left, and what's her name? Gloria, which is third from the left. They're not humans, technically they are mutants. And their magic ability is rather high, and their physical ability is not so great, not to mention I have no access to better... Oh my god, please someone hit something. But their magic's really good, and even if their physical was not terrible, that's okay. I don't have good weapons anyway. Okay, well, if the guy who I need robots parts for dies, I kind of have to not keep going. So we use ice with them, but as a robot now, his stats are reset, basically, so he's not going to be using ice anymore. The girl is, though. The other two are pretty good physically, but again, their stats are very, very different. So the main thing about cyborgs, which the leftmost person is their stats are dependent on gear. Right now, my gear is awful because I'm in the beginning of the game, so his stats are really awful. And full-on robots, which the guy second from the left is, their stats do not increase ever, but you can buy items to increase those stats, so you can kind of maybe imagine what I'm gonna do later. Oh my goodness. Goodness gracious. And then you got mutants and beasts. They have their own stats. They always tend to have a special ability. I guess technically robots and cyborgs can too. But I think their special abilities are like pretty cool. Unfortunately, for any percent, there's really no need for them at all. A glitchless route will use 2 beastmen, I want to say. So that's cool. That's kind of neat, actually. Glitchless versus glitches, the routes are vastly different. You make use of like some of the same mechanics, but in very, very different ways. So I kind of like that. You could see very different aspects of the game. Okay. There's a lot of different robots, so the one that I have just happens to look like a mouse. But if I... Go ahead.
Do we have time for a quick donation?
Oh, of course. I'm definitely not up to anything right now.
Alright. We have $10 from Takaze. Let's blame the color palette. Goes towards good taste. So good taste is now only trailing by $13.
Nice. 13. You can all save me and yourselves for a mere $13. The robots I used to use before a reroute were actually airmaids. I think my viewers tended to compare him to Nappa, or Saiyans in general from DBZ, which I can't really disagree with. If I had given the flower to Arthur, which he doesn't need, he turned into like a clown robot, basically. So there's a lot of different things out there, not just what I got going on. But we will be using 2 mice. Please! Oh my god! Here, I'll show you, because I have the time. Look at this. Look at this nice looking football head with a mohawk and a green shirt. Don't worry, we'll get there eventually. There's no way in hell, pardon my language, that this is gonna take like an hour and 20 minutes. Like it has once in my life has it taken it that long. No way, there's no way. It's not happening. Yo, nice miss. Oh no! The best part is, well, okay, never mind. Stay positive, stay positive. This is literally the, like, well, I shouldn't say, yeah, I mean, it's pretty much the only roadblock from getting a run started. From there, there's lots and lots of RNG in this game. This game is ridiculously RNG heavy, but you want to complete runs? This is all you gotta get through right here, right now. What I need is an orb rat part. So there are 2 different robots in this fight. There's the flower and the orb rat. And what I've been getting a lot of are flower parts, which unfortunately, given what I have given Arthur, who's on the left, he needs an orb rat part specifically. And so, unfortunately, it's, yeah, because of all that different elemental affinities and stuff, it's not okay to just get a drop and you're good. You do have to get very, very specific ones. I know, right? There's only one way to find out. I'm a scientist at heart. I teach science at a school. So, you know, what if someone donated for good taste and then I just got the robot part immediately, right? There's only one way to find out.
And if the potential for good taste isn't a good enough incentive, when we reach $4,000, the Ori run will be replaced by a 0 experience Ori run.
Nice. Even better. Okay, right here. Yeah, we did it! We did it! Ah, what time? Tell me the time. It's gonna be really good.
25 minutes and 20 seconds.
Ah.
So is this PB pace?
PB pace. So the last thing I need to make sure does not happen is that I get over level 4, and there is an encounter here that is unrunnable, which will give me experience since I have to fight it out. So I'm saving it just in case I get it, which thankfully I did not. What's up, nerd? And then we're gonna move on. So we got to the tower because we want to get to this town to talk to an NPC, but you can't get there until you can cross the ocean. So I have the float spell, which turns me into a giant ice cream cone, and then I can fly over. And we're gonna talk to this dude. I think his name's Kronos. And for whatever reason, he knows what's up about our time machine. So he's like, yo, I already found this thing called the past, which will let you go to the past. And that's where we're going to go first. We're going to go to the past. And before I do that, we are going to make a stop by the weapon shop. We're going to buy 2 side daggers. They increase speed for whoever is wearing them, and some napalms. The weird thing about napalm is I bought 2, but if I equip it, the dude doesn't equip 1, he equips 2 of them. So I gotta go into the shop and buy them again for the other guy. Which is not exactly efficient, but it's okay. We forgive the video game because it finally gave me a robot part. And you can see right now my robot stats are terrible, they're so weak, they have almost no hit points. And they suck. For now. For now. Alright, so we're making progress, and for whatever reason, they already know we're making progress, so they put in a giant water hag in my path who talks some smack, and then we're gonna fight this dude. And even though he was standing right in front of me, I really wasn't expecting him to attack me at all, and I get ambushed, which is totally cool. It's fine. Not a big deal. The main thing that has to happen here is Sharon, the girl, the rightmost girl, needs to not die. Everybody else should be fine. Napalm has a static attack power, so even though my robots are really weak, they will do a flat damage, which is nice. Unfortunately, the Water Hag was defending, so they did a lot less. But theoretically, from here, the last person should hit level 4, which is really important because my manipulation is dependent on everybody being level 4 and not one level higher or lower. Anyone who's familiar with Mystic Quest, same development team, roughly, and that means the defend ability also works the same, where if someone is defending someone else, they actually don't get hit at all. The other person takes it. That's very real tonic. It's too real. Nice miss. This is an epic water hag fight right here. If I do say, oh no. That's okay. He's still alive. How is he still alive? This water hag is a god. Alright, there we are. Boom. Alright, we're good. We did it. We did it, everybody. Let's heal. You don't have enough MP? Yeah, she has enough hit points, that's fine. And I have a big glitch to set up for, starting now. I'm gonna buy some stuff. Starting with an HP pill, and a bunch of softs. And the main thing I want to make sure that I do is get my gold under 110. Because that's important. Let's go ahead and heal some of these people up. And save it just in case I get into that encounter. Alright, so there are lots of thief-type enemies in this game that can steal from you, and the way it's programmed is to steal a set amount. I'm going to manipulate an encounter with said enemies, and they're going to steal 110 gold from me static flat, no matter what. And I have less gold than that right now. And what that's going to do is underflow my money to give me like a bajillion. Remember, I told you that robots are terrible until you buy up their stats. You can probably put 2 and 2 together now. We're gonna get a bunch of money and buy up our stats, and it's gonna be glorious. And I have to manipulate a guaranteed steal. Otherwise, it would be RNG to get the steal, and I could just end up sitting here for God knows how long. So why do that when you can just make the game do the work for you? Let's go this way. Let's go this way, and I should get an encounter right here. Boom. So let's see what happens. I'm gonna hold A and select. Doing A with select is kind of like a turbo. So I should get poisoned, I should get punched in the face, and then I should start punching them in the face pretty soon, and then I should get stolen from. Boom. Okay. And I didn't even have 110 gold, remember? So we got some weird crazy number that I don't even know. Alright. So this tends to happen. I don't really know what's going to happen from here, actually, because some of my settings are a little different. And we'll see. We'll see. For all I know, I could die and have to do this again, which would be pretty great. Actually, that's exactly what's going to happen right now. Cool. So what we have to do is do that again. Woo! Because why should I be lucky? And yet, even having to do this is probably faster than the old-fashioned way. I have a plan for next time, and things might go a little differently. We'll see. We'll see. Alright, so what we're gonna do is guard our ladies, because they're actually useful, and I'm gonna put these weapons back on, because it should increase my speed. I'm gonna back out, and I'm gonna run away, because I'm smart. I'm smart like that, dude. Adjusting the route on the fly to something I probably should have been doing since I started playing this game. Alright, so now is my other favorite part of the speedrun. I love it. You're gonna really love it too. I know you will. You don't even have to look at the screen to love it. So I have to buy up my stats with all of my newfound money to 99. Check out all that money. And unfortunately, you can only buy 9 at a time, because this is a great game. So what I'm gonna have to do is buy 9 of each, use all 9, and then go back to the shop and buy 9 more of each again. And then use them again. You have to buy 33 of each for each guy. Isn't this great? Isn't it great? Don't you love this town theme? It's a great theme.
I was worried you'd have to get 99 of each.
Thankfully not. I am holding select. So let yourself enjoy the sweet music with the dings, the whoops, and all that jazz. It's pretty fantastic. And so what we're doing now is getting this robot's speed and defense, just flat defense without armor and whatnot, to 99. And then we gotta do the same thing for my other guy. Isn't this fantastic?
Yes. While we're doing this, I think I'll mention that we are here to benefiting the American Red Cross, raising money for wildfire relief in California. There's been basically a lot of fire, and everything's constantly on fire. So we're trying to help with that, with helping people from that, not the fires.
Yeah, I don't think we're helping the fires.
Yeah, opposite of helping the fires. So we're putting on this marathon. Our head organizer, Ozzy889, was actually forced to evacuate earlier this year, as the fires have basically ravaged everything. So, yeah. Any donations help, and if you do donate, you could potentially change the color of this screen by voting for good taste.
That'd be great, by the way. And you don't help the fires, too. It's a double win.
And if we manage to reach 4,000 before Ori, which will be fairly late tomorrow if I recall correctly, we will have a 0 experience run.
Alright, so we're done with the speed and defense. And I know you guys were really enthralled, on the edge of your seat with my cutting-edge speed tech abilities. And I'm proud to let you know, if you have a hankering for more dings, more whoops, and more buying, well, guess what? We're gonna do it again. This time for HP and flat attack value. I don't want to let the fans down. I know you guys were hungry for more. So that's exactly what I'm gonna give you right now. Because I, as always, am a man of the people. Oh, I definitely do need that much. Like I said before, this seems, I know, I bet you're shaking your head right now. You're disgusted. This guy is cheating, dude. And I'm here to tell you, man, this is gonna trivialize like 3 bosses, if at best. And then from there, I'm still in a lot of danger, which is ridiculous. And that's just kind of how this game is. This game is, again, by no means free at all. And you might be noticing me, I'm gonna up my attack or my HP past 999. You can actually have more HP than that. So what I'll actually have is 1021 HP. Kudos to you if you remember that later, because that's actually gonna come up. In the meantime, with all the dings and all the whoops, I'd like to thank everybody for coming by. It's not every day, you know, you get to watch Final Fantasy Legend 3 on a online marathon or a live marathon. I'd like to thank you for spending your Saturday night looking at a disgusting screen, listening to a lot of dings and whoops, and possibly donating to charity for a worthy cause, while I continually buff my robots because, well, why not? It's not so much that robots suck, even scaled up all the way, it's that this game is ridiculous. We're almost done, though. I'm sorry to disappoint you. Okay, wow. We're done. Can you believe it? Can you believe that time has flown so fast that we're actually done? Now, I will be setting up from here a different kind of encounter manipulation. You saw encounter manipulation before, and what it did was it gave me in a timely manner an exact encounter that I want. But now, this is a speed run. And you know what's slow? Encounters. So now what I'm gonna do is reset at various points that are planned out ahead of time. I'm going to walk the direct path as best as I can, also without lagging my movement or making any movement mistakes whatsoever. And if I do that correctly, what I will do is not run into a single encounter ever as long as I'm able to do this, which is not all the time. All right, so we're here in the South Cave. We're looking for a girl named Lara. Who is Lara, you ask? That's a great question. I wish the game ever actually told you, but yeah. So there's Elder Lady, and we're like, yo, what's going on, lady? You're too old to be in this cave. And she's like, I gotta rescue this girl you've never heard of. And you're like, dude, I'll rescue her for you. And she's like, you know what? You're a giant friggin' mouse robot. I'm gonna trust you. It's not every day a giant mouse robot says they're gonna do your work for you, so it's all good. So then there we're gonna go. And man, as long as I don't mess up my movement, I'm not gonna get into a single encounter, because encounters waste time. I don't like wasting time. Here she is. We found her, dude. We found her. And she says grr and grr. And we think something's wrong. And there's really only one thing to do when someone talks at you like that. You beat her up. Boom. Look how strong I am. Oh, she's dead already. But she's not dead, because she's actually right here. Cool. Alright, here's our first boss. This boss is definitely going to be trivial, because I'm pretty buff right now. Pretty buff. My man, his name, Dogra. Oops. And Lara's actually pretty useful for now. She's gonna use Lit 1 on this minion, and then she's gonna do nothing. Also, my girls are gonna do nothing. And man, I'm not like promoting sexism or anything like that at all. But wow, yeah, they're just not gonna do anything. And these giant mouse robots are just gonna use this ability called Dash, and we're just gonna kick all kinds of butt right now. Look at, you see how much damage I'm doing. Casual players could only dream of doing this much damage. And here I am. Here I am. Oh, you're dead. She's dead. It's okay. It's okay. Boom. Look at that. Look at that. Easy. He name drops this guy Borgin. Remember, he sent us to the past. And you're like, whoa, how do you know him? And he answers nothing. There's a quest item in that chest, but actually I don't need it. So I'm not going to get it. And here you're seeing, like, this is such a short walk, it's not really worth manipulating. And yet I just got into 3 encounters, which is a giant waste of time. Again, showcasing why encounter manipulation is generally desired on the enemy percent run. Those weren't even ambushes, by the way. They were just regular. And yet, that was a big old waste of my time. So, the main theme here is that if I can skip them, then I will. And the idea there is to load on a consistent frame. I'm going to do that by either holding A on the title screen, or holding Select and A on the title screen, or holding Select A on the title screen and then A. Hot tech, dude. Oh, I messed up. Oh, no. So we'll see what kind of cost that has for me. I'm almost out of here, but yeah. Potentially, you can be lucky enough to walk all the way back without encounters anyway, but it's probably not going to happen. So we don't really roll like that. But for the fans, you know, we'll do some regular old walking and see what happens. The good news is right now I'm not so underleveled that that it's a problem. The game checks against ambushes, and one of the main factors for that is your level. And I'm going to be a terrible level the whole time, which means I'm going to get ambushed a lot. And so again, becomes all the more important that I just don't get into encounters if I can help it. Yeah, so let me tell you about Select and A. As we get thanked for saving a girl we don't know. A, of course, is the confirm. And if you hold Select and A at the same time, it's basically like you give yourself a turbo. So as you hold Select and A, you just keep confirming over and over and over again. So I can make use of that fact on the title screen, because if I hold A, it confirms at a specific speed. But if I hold Select and A, it actually confirms faster. But again, it's still 100% consistent versus me mashing and loading my game on God knows what frame. So either way, no matter what you do, as long as you're consistent about it, then you're good. So again, the idea is that I load it on a consistent frame, I walk frame perfectly, and I should never get into an encounter. Mice themselves aren't necessarily the greatest of all time. They do have some good stuff. So they come with an ability called Dash, which almost nothing is weak against, or I'm sorry, strong against. And they're a low level, so I don't have to level up to get them, because that takes time. They're strong against fire, which is also useful in a couple of spots. And they're decently strong, they're not the strongest. So you really just kind of have to ride that line, that balance between what's really fast and easy to get and what's still like effective for endgame. Which these mice do for me. We're gonna stay at the end. And then we drop off Lara for some reason. I was busy talking about the game, so I couldn't talk about the story. It's okay. No problem, no problem. So this is just another one of those occasions right here. There's a fast load, and then there's a slow load right there. You don't have to do this, but I want to, just to show you what's up. And now we're back to the present, and now we're in the same town that we were, except it's the present-day version. We've been here in the past and now the present. Well, I guess we were here in the present first. We're going to talk to our boy Kronos again, and he's got a handle on the future unit now. That's going to let me go to the future. Technically where my main characters are from. But all of a sudden, the castle appears in the ocean, and that's probably not good. But before you can get to that castle, you got to get to this tower. Luckily, he copied the key somewhere, someplace, just in case. Just in case a castle came out of nowhere and we had to go to the tower, he had the tower key copied. It's pretty legit if you ask me. He's a very responsible dude, and I really appreciate that. Alright, so again, this is just more manipulation. I want to be able to get to the tower without any encounters. Because already I'm such a low level, encounters are not dangerous. Like, I'm not going to die, but I can get ambushed, and I don't want those. Unfortunately, again, remember the idea is everything has to be done frame perfectly. So dialogue boxes, it's already over. Manipulation's already over. Having to jump, boom, already over. So there's nothing I can do here. If I get into an encounter, sucks for me. It's okay. Luckily, now that the jumps are over, we can manipulate from here. I'm gonna take some extra steps, 2 of them. Otherwise, I actually will get an encounter in the next room. And then we're gonna fight our next boss, Ashura. Maybe you'll get to see another occasion of bosses that do really cool things. Let's find out. So he's in front of me. He's talking some smack. Oh no! I didn't see this attack coming at all. He ambushed me. Wow. What were the odds he was going to attack me? Man, I didn't know. Who could have possibly seen that coming? So we lose out on a turn. Gloria's already dead, but it's okay. We don't care about her. So the check for ambushes work for bosses too. And it just is what it is. It's not about logic anymore. It's a battle. What's your level? What's your speed? And do you get ambushed or not? Even though it's a boss who's standing right in front of you. That's gonna happen a lot.
Seems legit.
Yeah, it's pretty fantastic. Again, since I'm still in the group of bosses that are not dangerous, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal at all. Fun fact, Ashura is actually in all 3 games. He's like the last boss or near last boss in FFL1. And a pretty important boss in FFL2. And then now here in FFL3, he's like a lackey. It's pretty funny. But I mean, this lackey still ambushed me from the front. I guess he's not to be messed with still. Thank you for the data faces, my friends. I really appreciate the support. It means a lot to me. Now that we have the key, we can use the dive spell that the granny gave us, which turns us into a giant bubble and can actually go underwater. We can hit up Chaos Castle. And unfortunately, there's so many conveyor belts and pits here that this place is not manipulatable, and you definitely can get ambushed. And so I will be doing some, what it's called, save scumming. Every time I get into an ambush, I'm just going to reset it, and then pray I don't get into another one. Yo, look at those data faces. Are those data faces paying off, though? Yes, they are. Thank you very much. Let's save again. Keep them coming, folks. With the power of data face, maybe we can get through here without any more ambushes. Let's see them. Even if you can't see them, let's see them. Hook me up. Hook me up. It's working so far. Oh, wow. It wasn't an ambush, dude. Man. Thank you, Dataface. Ah! Oh, wow. It's working, dude. It's working. Oh my god, dude. You guys just saved my speedrun, dude. I'm so happy. That could have been so bad. Like, really bad. But together, all of us, we made it through. Thankfully, the rest of Chaos's castle can be manipulated. For most casuals, the boss I'm coming up to is probably their first stopping point, maybe their final stopping point. He does not actually have a lot of hit points, but holy crap, does he do a lot of damage. If I'm super unlucky and not a little careful, wow, I messed up. I took too many extra steps. The speedrun's over. I'm sorry, everybody. Just kidding, we're fine. But, like I said, danger of dying? 0. Straight 0. But waste of my time? Yeah, definitely. And just remember, you can absolutely donate. I think it's only $13 behind to get rid of this color scheme, because it's something, man. It's something. Okay, so here's my man. Do I have any healing? I don't. Here's my man, Chaos. He's gonna talk some smack. And, let's see if I see him coming. Oh my god, he got me again. He was right there. It will take me 5 rounds to kill him, if I get 0 crits. So this is definitely one of those bosses that is hard, man. He just does a lot of damage. The reason why he's not like already obliterating me is, excuse me, I have really buff robots. Otherwise, chances are you might be dead already. Especially with this, Quake is just a rough ability. It's an AoE, but at this point you really don't have any AoE healing abilities. It's pretty rough. Yo, unnecessary crit, thank you. Let's go ahead and grab the future. And let's get this manipulation right this time. How about while I'm walking, we get a little lore update. So remember, we're from the future. And the future is getting owned. And so we got sent back into the past. What? Oh, I loaded wrong, that's why. Not bad. I didn't make a movement mistake, I made a loading mistake.
Do we have time for a couple of donations?
Absolutely.
We have $20 from Rivers McCown. Good luck, famous streamer Bichphuongballz. Here, this is it.
Yo, thank you, Rivers.
That went towards naming Jeff Joff. And we have $5 from B Sharp Major General. Is there an incentive for good taste? I'd like to give all my money to that. Yes, there is, and that money did go towards it, but unfortunately good taste is still behind by $8.
Dang, so close. So close. You know, I think you're the first person to, bring up Garland. Usually people think that I fought the Thing from the Fantastic Four. And I messed up the manipulation, but it's okay, we're almost out of here. But you know, maybe it's Garland, I really don't know. Okay. Wow. Wow. Look at that. We made it, everybody. We made it. So really our goal now as time travel... Oh god, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. As time traveling buccaneers, we really want to start killing these monsters, the masters, you know? And we also want to start building up this giant time machine we have to do stuff. And we've been doing just that. I got the past for it, now I got the future for it, and we go into the future now. The future. Which has all the same towns and all the same places, but remember, the world's getting flooded. Maybe you don't remember that. But the world's flooded. And we're gonna see what the future is all about, man. First thing we're gonna do is go to the same town again. It's the same one. And we're gonna buy some stuff. We're gonna buy 2 brooches and 2 mage armors. And we're gonna buy some tear gas. Tear gas is, man, it's such a great attack item. It does good damage, it paralyzes, and it's an AoE. But remember, you can't buy 2 or else the person just equips 2 for some reason, so we can't equip it yet. Wow. I'm gonna let that comment slide because you're hosting this marathon. But I don't think you should be talking to the Bichphuongballz like that. That's just uncalled for. Wow, dude. Even Tifa is stabbing me in the back right now. What is happening right now? So we got some nice armor that's going to help with magic defense and some status immunities. And here we're going to hit up Viper City. You're supposed to go to a different town and talk to Myron, future Myron, to get a password, but we're going to try to bypass that by being the TAS. Alright. Are we the TAS? Are we the TAS? Are we the TAS? Turn to the right, lady. Yeah. 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 Oh, dude, we're so the task. Can you... So if you just block yourself out from that text box, I can just jump over him. It's pretty great. Normally he pushes you back. But since that lady was blocking the game from doing that to me, I can just jump over him. Yeah, buddy. And here's Dion. He was a kid in the beginning. Now he's a certified cool guy. And then what's funny here is that the guy still yells at you. It's okay. Even having to sit through that text box is faster than getting the password. We're gonna buy the exit spell. Gets me out of dungeons, and can be used on enemies if you want, but oh my god, what is this guy doing? Alright, thank you. We're gonna be using it to teleport out of dungeons, because we shouldn't be fighting anything that you have to use exit on. Once upon a time, though, it was used in a single boss fight. Alright. Now we're gonna go underwater to talk to the scientist Einstein-looking dude. And he's one of the dudes up with this guy named Jupaya and Borgin. His name's Pulsar. And there's another dude, Quaker. These guys are like the hot team from the future who are too old to do anything now. That's why we're the saviors now. He's giving us the plan. There's some stuff. Anyway.
So, Bick, good news.
Yeah. Okay. I like good news.
Good taste is leading.
It's leading?
Yep, good taste.
Yeah, nice, dude. Turning it off. Look at this nice, crisp brown, dude. Isn't this amazing? Doesn't this look fantastic? I've never enjoyed this terrible brown color so much in my life until right now.
$10 from Supapa20. My eyes, they hurt. Put it towards good taste. And $25 from Yagamoth. Save the eyes, banish the demon chocobo from this realm.
What am I doing right now? I'm so confused with myself. Oh, that's what it is. Thanks, Yaga, and whoever else I already forgot. You really did me a solid right here.
Supapa.
Alright, so what he gives us is a rocket, which shoots us onto a floating island. Because, yeah. And we're going to stop by here. I'm kind of losing my train of thought, but it's okay. We're going to buy elixirs for the first time. Elixirs are great. They heal you from life, they heal everything, and they heal you to full. They're basically the greatest thing ever. And that's absolutely a pit stop worth having, for sure. Then we're going to move on to the dungeon. We have two tasks here to find the remote for our ship and to kill Maitreya, who was one of the leading bad guys. First thing we're going to do is get that remote in this dungeon. This dungeon sucks because you have this water here that sends you, or steam, I guess, that sends you any which direction you don't want to go. And so navigating this place can be pretty difficult. But again, since I'm an expert and I know what I'm doing, it's not an issue at all. We're just going to traverse the dungeon without getting into a single encounter. And then instead of having to walk all the way back, we can just use Gloria's exit spell and get out of here. And then we need to traverse the rest of this place called Floatland to battle Maitreya. We're looking for our other friend. Her name is Faye. She's the other kid from the very beginning that you probably don't remember. We really want to look out for her. We got Dion already, but yes, this is correct. I used to use a different manipulation here, and that's where my muscle memory is right now. But I think we have it right. So I'm basically guaranteed to get an encounter right here. if I kept going, which I'm not. And then I'm just going to manipulate again. Alright. That's a nice little heal square, and that's why I didn't stay at the inn earlier, because we will be getting into a boss battle eventually. But I didn't have to heal because I get a free one. Not that I am short on money, but... And what's funny is actually that heal square is required for the manipulation. It actually doesn't work otherwise. Here's my favorite dungeon. Let me know how much you enjoyed the creativity of this dungeon, because I think it's pretty good. You enjoying it yet? I think it took a lot of work to put this together, and I would hate for you guys to just kind of poop all over the designers. So I bet they worked really hard for this. But just in case you haven't seen enough, well, there's still more. I think you fight dudes with machine guns in here. It's been a really long time. Since I've had to do anything, but you know, whatever. Alright, here's a monster. I don't know what he is, but at least they named him. And then we all fall down. Hey, 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 hey! And Dion's the only one who's just not a terrible fighter. And he runs into Maitreya, who says, Faye's already gone. They're in the monster homeworld of Pure Land. And if you weren't already impressed with all the time travel, not only is there time travel, there's actually like other dimensions. So we're in the future, but then the monsters aren't even from the future. They're from a Pure Land, which is like not even this place. Look how deep this video game is. Isn't it amazing? Commentary is out of sync because I'm at the same time as the restreamer, but the game is, you know, 5 seconds behind or something like that. That is the nature of their restreaming structure, which makes sense given that there's donations to read and stuff. So it is what it is. Not a problem. I think you guys will be just fine. Just fine. Yeah, man. Oh, dude, she kicked Dion's butt. Now I have to fight her by myself. What a guy, dude. Yo, I didn't get ambushed, though. Look at that. This is where the tear gas comes in handy. Because her minions are really strong. Yo, you can crit with these! I didn't even know that. Oh my god, this is the run. I'm just kidding, because it took 25 minutes to get robot parts. But man, that's awesome. That's awesome. But yeah, with the ability of tear gas, you can one-round the minions while still doing damage on the boss of basically the same amount. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Oh, I should be guarding. What am I doing? Do you have time to talk about parallel universes? Yeah, so because I was guarding the two mice, they weren't hit and just the girls were. So free turn! Look at that hand. That hand is probably bigger than my entire body. I just realized one of my guys is almost dead. Oh, he is dead. Okay. Why don't we show you the magic of the elixir? Boom. Right there. Why not? Oh, she would have died anyway. I just wasted time and an elixir. Dang. Alright, so we got what we want. We have the X-Plane as well. And we're gonna get out of here. So we have the remote, which is going to allow us to bring the ship to get to where we are now. And we also have X-Plane, which is going to be the unit for our ship that takes us to that other dimension that we have to go to now, because they took our friends. They took Faye. And they took this guy named Saul, who is really important, that has yet to be brought up, at least in the context of the speedrun. I'm sure his name comes up casually somewhere, maybe. But yeah. Let me think here. Am I supposed to heal here? Yeah. We don't have to go to the end. We just got to get my man Dion to cure us up. So now we got to chase the enemies to their hometown. Time travel, my friends, is over. We got a ship. It's fully stocked, except not at all. And we're going, man. And there's no turning back. So before you go, you got to make sure you got everything. Which I'm just going to assume that I do. Because there's probably like a really, really small chance that I've actually made a mistake. There's probably no chance, so... And here we go. Boom. Off we go. So parts unknown. Maybe we'll run into Cactus Jack. Maybe not. We're not sure. But we're looking for our friends. And we'll stop at nothing to get them. We're gonna split up. There's really only two directions to go, and Dion calls going right. I don't know what he's doing there. But that's where he goes. And we're gonna go to the left. It's the classic good guys split up. Nothing bad's gonna happen though, don't worry about it. We're gonna make a stop at this town of like nice, cool people being attacked by mummy cats. You heard what I said, mummy cats. And we're gonna grab this secret catnip up there in the trees. It's a secret though, so don't tell anybody. And then we're gonna go to the next dungeon, which is also taken over by these mummy cats. But man, they are weak to catnip. And then we're gonna manipulate. Boom. So what the catnip does is it kind of disables all the cats. So instead of me having to fight them, I can just shove them out of the way like statues, I guess. And just kind of move on with my life. Because that's a heck of a lot faster. Even though I'm really strong, you've kind of already seen how far that strength gets you. It's pretty good, but it's certainly not earth-shattering. And then we're gonna run into this guy named Fenrir who calls me Jupaya. And you're like, man, why are you calling me that? Oh no, he ambushed me. I did not see that coming. This fight's actually kind of volatile time-wise. Like, I have more than enough healing to get through it with zero issue. But, yeah, he can just waste a lot of time if he does a lot of damage, kills someone, if I don't get any crits. So just like a nice example of, like, RNG in this game speedrun. Again, we're past the biggest roadblock of just farming Robo. Okay, we're good. But as far as trying to get the best time you possibly can, there's things like this that have to go your way. And he hasn't crit me or anything. He's not kicking my butt, but I haven't crit him either. So basically, this fight's just disgustingly average right now. Nothing wrong with it, nothing good about it though. Flood and Lit 2, I think, are like the worst thing. Oh, I'm almost dead. Sorry. Did you need to say something?
I just have one really quick donation.
Sure.
$50 from Idaho Jacket. No comment, but thank you very much.
Nice. Thank you for the support. And thank you for not putting it towards the terrible background. I also appreciate that. It's like you did two good deeds in one act. He should be getting close to dead here. Yeah, here we go. I had one good turn in there where he tried to confuse me and I'm immune to it. Everything else, he just kind of sat there and beat me up for a while. So, a pretty meh fight overall, but it's okay. Unfortunately, the length from the boss to where I need to go, you're gonna get an encounter. So you kind of have to split it up into two. I know it seems silly to just walk, 12 steps and then stop, save the game, and reset. But remember, if I'm not manipulating, I will probably get into at least one encounter, and that encounter is probably going to be an ambush, and that ambush is probably going to take forever. And then I'm probably going to cry a lot, so I don't want to do that. And we're just going to skip encounters, because this is any percent. You're allowed to do that. Here's my girl, Faye. She's wondering where Dion's at, because they're BFFs. Or maybe they're BFGF, I'm not sure. And she tells you that they captured her, because apparently she can pick up Mystic Swords, whatever those are. But she's in our party now. She's great. She's really strong. She's got good spells. She's probably my favorite guest character. She's not the last one. She's the second to last one. But we got her for now. Ooh! I went up instead of right. But we're in town. They're brother, sister. See, maybe. Maybe not, dude. What do you know? What do I know? No one actually wrote this game. Alright, Naya's cool. It's got some really, really good stuff that I'm not going to buy. I mean, it's got a lot of stuff I am going to buy. It just also has a lot of stuff that I'm not going to buy. We'll restock on elixirs. You always want full stock of those. They're so good. And we're going to buy some stuff. Some scarves, some mirror shields, some earrings, some diamond gloves, some boots. And then we're going to sit right here, right there. And we're going to put this stuff on. Mirror shield, mirror helm, diamond glove. No. The earring on. The earring on. We're like Hot Topic mice now. We're not ready for winter mice. Yeah, that looks right, I think. Let's get rid of you. Let's get rid of you. Boom. Perfect. Have you seen such inventory management? Man, what is the name of this dungeon? It's Mount something. I keep trying to say Mount Hobbs, but that's from Final Fantasy IV. I think it's Mount... Nope, that's the last place. I don't remember. Anyway, the next thing you're supposed to do are collect 4 legendary swords and save 4 legendary sages. And that sounds pretty cool, so we're gonna do that for now, at least. Hasbid, yeah, there you go. And we're on our way to do the first one. With one minor pit stop here to grab the missiles, a weapon for my ship. Now, because that ends manipulation, I'm going to save just in case. And then cutscene time with our man. What's his name? What's our man's name? His name is Boozy. Buzzy? Boozai? Buzzai? I don't know. And we're gonna fight Guha, because man, he's giving my man some grief, dude. We don't do bullies. We don't do that. And here we go, Mr. Guha, the man of many mouths, the first of many. And we're gonna beat him up. We're gonna rep the 408. Little Boozy. Oh, he's using AoE. That sucks. I'm not gonna die from it or anything, but it just takes a while because they always do the damage one at a time. I don't know why. Oh, he's defending this turn. Anyway, I gotta throw the 408 out there because that's my area code. You'll see. You'll see it. Right there. Boom. Do you know the way to say, oh my god. Hopefully she goes before the boss does, or else she's gonna die. Nice. This guy does a lot of AoE. Yo, nice crit. And then he also has this ability, Fluid, which poisons you. I have the gear to make my mice immune, and I got really lucky there because Faye just didn't get poisoned. Because poison, man, oh my god, it takes a long time to settle. It's really annoying, actually. I could have Faye cure, but I can just buy elixirs later. It's not a big deal, and she actually does more damage, so in a meaningful way, maybe not. I don't really do the math on bosses ever. No math. Or maybe I'm stupid. I'm not sure. I really don't want to find out, though. Boom. A damn solid fight, pardon my language. No crits on my side except for one. But he was kind of friendly too. It's probably like slightly above average. I like it. I like it. So now we have our sage. He's gonna go hang out in my ship. I'm not gonna actually talk to him ever. Because why? And then I get my first legendary sword, the Deer End. We're gonna put that on our boy. Let's heal up. Alright, it's glitch time. It's glitch time, everybody. And this is definitely one of the most infuriating parts of the game as well. Right up there with farming robot parts. Because I have to get a setup going. And then hope the boss does something very, very specific. And if he doesn't do that... Oh no, I didn't see him coming. If he doesn't do that, then we could be here a while. Oh no, please don't shake. No! You bad person. Stop going before the boss! Alright, that's fine, we're fine. So what I'm gonna do is keep her alive. I'm gonna cast Ice 1 to do like a tad amount of damage to him. And then what I'm gonna do is wait. I'm gonna wait. And I want him to... Oh my god! Anyway. And then I want him to use an ability called Swallow, and I want him to use it against the entire party. What he'll do is he'll do damage and he'll heal, and the idea now is that he should be healing more than I did damage to him, and magic happens. So let's see what happens. Oh my god! He did it! He did it! And he's dead! Isn't that great? Man, if only anything else went really well, but nothing has. So it's all wasted. It's okay. Pull yourself together. This is kind of a flip-flop, so you fight the boss first, and then you do the dungeon. And this dungeon's full of, well, it's got 3 rock puzzles that you have to solve, because what you're doing is you're gonna block out the, I guess, a waterfall, so that you can traverse some more of the land that's here. So this is our first one right now. Let's see if I know my puzzles here. Let's go straight down. Let's push you down. Let's push you over. Push you over. Let's push you down. Let's push you down. Let's push you over. Let's push you down. And, yeah. So basically you're traversing the dungeons, you're manipulating to skip encounters, and you're just gonna do 3 of these puzzles. I need to save right here. Any Mystic Quest fans out there, you probably recognize some of this stuff, these decorations. Okay, I gotta remember to hold left here. All right, we did it. We did it, everybody. I messed that one up. Well, I don't want to say a lot, but as far as manipulations I mess up, that one's towards the top of the list. Man, this used to be one of the worst parts of the run for me, because I just could not remember what to do. And I didn't want to take like these painstakingly detailed notes, so I wrote like god-awful notes. So basically they were useless. And eventually I just had to start just being like, nah, you're just gonna have to do these puzzles. Just do them and see what happens. And then eventually I mean, I don't know if I'm actually doing them in the fastest way, but they gotta be pretty good. Despite all the smack talk from such lowly people as Vooligan and DJ Tifa Heart, I'm actually like pretty good at this game. Pretty good. So don't listen to all the haters out there, no matter how cool they seem. They don't always know everything, okay? Alright, we did it. We did it. See, look, we blocked the water now. I heal already, so let's use the remote. And then, yeah. So what we're gonna do now is, for some reason, we're gonna fly north and purposefully into a tornado. Yo, thanks, Gyre. And oh no, the tornado blew up our ship. Man, who saw that coming? Not me. Ah, that's just such bad luck. I guess he's a boss, but you don't even get boss music, so whatever. So this is me turboing right there. I'm not actually that fast. Or maybe I would be if I tried to be that fast. Not sure. But why actually try when the game will do it for you, right? No wasted effort on my part. If I save my effort now, that just means I'm gonna do something really cool later. Oh man, we don't have a ship anymore. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do besides reset the game? We gotta walk aimlessly. We don't have a ship. The run's over. I wonder what this town is all about. We got some Saiyans hanging out. It's pretty cool. We talk to our man, Quacer? Let's go with that. And we tell him what's up. It's like, dude, our ship blew up. And he says, dude, no problem. We have the exact same ship that does everything your other ship did. And it looks exactly the same. Wow. Man, what are the odds? Not only does he have yet another ship, he also has some extra units, which are really cool. We're definitely going to take the time to grab those. Hey, Jeebs, I appreciate that. Your support means a lot to me, of course. Alright, so let's get up in here. We're going to put the shield on, because what that does is it makes it so can't get any encounters in the overworld, and we're going to put the hover engine on, so we can actually fly this thing faster. And then we're going to stop by Monster Town. I don't know what it's actually named. That's a monster, though. We're going to stop by this place. Not only are we going to restock on elixirs, we're going to buy tents. Tents do exactly what you think they do. You know, they'll restore everybody's HP and MP. But the good news is since I can save anywhere I want, it also means I can use tents anywhere I want. That's pretty awesome. And then we're going to pull out the Excalibur. That's right, Excalibur. That Faye can pull out for some reason. And wow, that's our last pit stop. Are you guys ready for another glitch? Normally you're supposed to not be able to enter this island because it's got a shield. But we're trying to go fast, so I'm gonna try to go and land at the same time. Like that. Oh my god, what shield, dude? It's not even there. That, my friends, is how you cheat. I mean, that's how you glitch through that, and we don't have to do some extra content. That would be really annoying. Isn't that great? I should heal. No, who cares about you? I don't care about you. This dungeon sucks. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Before manipulation hit the route, this place was just awful because there's 2 encounters here you just cannot run from, and you'd have to fight. And despite having Excalibur and whatnot, the fights just took forever. And I think I remember the first time I played with manipulation. Oh, hey, it's Borgin. He looks young. And he's already telling me what to do. But yeah, the first time I went through here with manipulation, I like saved, 10 minutes or 8 minutes, something like utterly ridiculous. Yeah, we've had conversations really early on about manipulation, and it's like, well, a reset and walking simulator is kind of rough, but also getting 18,000 ambushes is also really rough. And I mean, it's the glitch category. Why not use everything at your disposal? And glitchless, it's banned anyway, so I took an extra step. It shouldn't matter, though. I feel like I've done that before, and it's fine.
Hopefully it's fine.
Okay, I think you folks will really enjoy this fight. How many people remember what my max total HP? Oh my god. Nope. I got an encounter on the trigger itself, so even if I ran from it, I would have gotten into the fight. Yeah. Anyway, does anyone remember what my HP total is? Great. Great. Hang on to that. Here we go. We gotta kill this machine, but we can't use our mystic swords. Thankfully, Dion hid inside my butt, I guess, and then comes out, and when he got repaired from getting his butt kicked, he apparently got a bomb put inside of him, and then he blows it up. Oh my god, I got ambushed, dude. I did not see that coming at all. Yeah, so he just did 340 damage to me with his white spell. And if you multiply that number by 3, what do you get? What number do you get? Yeah, 1020. And I have 1021 HP, that's right. In the route, we are designed to live with 1 hit point. Isn't that great? How creative is that? Here we are. Boom, 1 hit point. This fight, man, tons of RNG. From my end, crits, man, they're so great. And from his end, he has 2 abilities, a silence and a stone, that I'm just straight up immune to. And that's what you want him to do every time. Or defend, I guess. That's probably fine, too. If he uses white, you get to, he could use it on you 3 times because I'll live with 1 HP and heal from there, and that's fine too. He also has acid, which does 400 and something odd damage, so that's really just the worst one right there. He's defending right now. So a lot of your RNG can be crazy in this fight because you could be getting a bunch of crits. He could be like not doing anything to you, and you can just do this fight really, really fast, or he could just be ridiculously trolly. Again, you will not be in danger of dying, especially if he throws out even just like three turns being done with silence. Like you're gonna be fine. I think the worst I've ever gotten is having 0 or 1 elixirs left, but my health was fine, so I could have gone another 2-3 turns, even beyond when I killed him. I'm sure it's possible for him to kill you, but I don't think I've seen it happen yet. Alright, he's dead. And even though Dion was the one who blew himself up, Faye's gone too. I don't really know why. But now Borgen's gonna join. And I learned the hard way that even though I don't use the item in this chest, personally, you still need it. I had to come back in here one time. That was pretty great. Wow. Can you believe we're actually already at the home stretch? That this speedrun is almost over. How the time flies. All I want to do here is just restock my elixirs, because that's it, man. You can only have 9. You can't double stack anything, which sucks. And we're going to the final dungeons. We will not be coming back to a town. So that's it right there. Now we're at Mount Goat. Oh, Goat. Nice. And here we are, the second to last dungeon. You see some like lava and stuff there. Those are damage tiles. Any reasonable person would dodge them, of course. But actually, again, the way the frames work in this game is just so bizarre. So I actually have to walk over a certain amount of them, and specific ones, to actually keep the manipulation going. It's so strange. But I don't question the science. If you've been around since the beginning, you saw Meta Sigma talking about Pox Snorlaw, and he put an ungodly amount of effort into this game early on. I'm pretty dang sure he had a little bit of help. But yeah, he was absolutely the pioneer for this. And when I started running the game, I just took over his route, and he had a 206, and my best run at the time was 216. And I really had no idea how I was going to save another 10 minutes. Then a good friend, Catclaw, he's like a big time router, doesn't do a lot of speedruns himself, but he puts in a lot of work, and this happened to be one of the games that he put a lot of work into. He's the one who mapped out all the manipulations that I use. And so across 2 runs, I went from 216 to 156. I got the first sub 2. I improved it slightly to 153, and then my buddy Magus took over the game and started actually pushing it, because he actually like streams and does speedruns. I just pretend. And he pushed it down to a 149. And then as it happened, while he and I were doing that, Catclaw was working on a new route, which he unleashed on YouTube. And this is the route you're seeing right now, with some minor adjustments. Just some optimizations that mostly Magus did. And he got a 145. I took it and I got a 141. And then Magus again took that and beat it down into a 134, I want to say. Yeah, oh, nice. And that's where we're at right now. Just remember, like, You do got to execute at the best level that you can, of course. And I would not say that I'm the best player at all. I'm definitely not. Wow, this is some bad luck. You definitely got to get like the good boss luck and the good farm luck too. So kudos to him for destroying his sanity, going for the right circumstances, and then executing on top of that. In the meantime, I was talking over the cutscenes, and so the Talon, it flies on its own. And as it turns out, it apparently has the brain of my dad in it, which is pretty cool. They kind of just throw it on you willy-nilly. Like, wow, how's the Talon flying by itself? And then Borgen's like, yeah, that's your father. Everybody's trying to fight. And then you move on. Like, okay, that's my dad, man. He's dead, and he's a spaceship. And you don't even give me any time to mourn. It's crazy. This is why everybody's screwed up in the head, dude, because we're just not emotionally supportive people anymore. And, whatever, though. I guess when you have to save the world, there's no time for, emotions and things, which is, I guess, understandable. That segment was pretty bad because, again, with all the jumps, you just can't manipulate, so you kind of just have to go with it. And I ended up getting like 3 encounters or something, which is kind of bad, but whatever. We took 3 chests for 3 ribbons. They do exactly what you think they do. And we're going to put them on. And all that extra gear that we bought is going to go on my man, Borgen.
So, Vic,
Yes,
I've got
sir.
some good news.
Some good news, you say?
Yep.
Lay it on me.
Demon back.
Nice. Oh, man. Oh, dude, I got a one-step encounter again. How is it that I change the background and immediately get into an encounter? What are the odds of that?
$30 for more spiders than I expected. I miss our true lord. Goes toward the reviving the demon chocobo.
It's okay. We're on the second to last boss. Yo, no ambusherino. I like it. Thanks. Oof, the opening nuke. What a guy. That's his worst ability. Okay, so we're on the last 2 bosses right now. This guy's definitely safer than the last boss. The last boss is rough, but they do follow the same basic idea that I have 2 mice, both with legendary swords, and as much as I can, I need them attacking every turn, if I can help it. Obviously, if I'm not in a position to do that, then I am not in a position to do that. But you cannot turtle up on these guys. You will eventually run out of resources. So you really have to find that balance between being safe and healing, but also like you really have to keep hitting him. Again, Balor not nearly as much as the last boss, but it still follows the same trend. Which was one of the biggest deals with this new route. Is you normally always had 2 robots hitting him, but then you had 2 other cyborgs just healing every turn, and you lost a lot of damage to just AoE healing, like this. Oh, he's defending. Nice. This fight's going really, really well so far. Nice crit, dude. Also, I stopped playing like an idiot, and now I cure every turn instead of being like super risky. So that's probably the biggest reason why things are going really well, is because Magus told me to stop being dumb. So this is Balor. I'm gonna change it for a second. You can see there's like a face in his chest. Anyway, I'll change it back now. I'm not cheating, I swear. He's being really, really friendly right now. It's kind of scary, actually. Because I feel like this means the next boss is just going to be really bad. But you should be seeing this trend the whole time. And this is, again, a big part of, like, you know, what is this speedrun? You just, like, gave your guys top tier stats, and, like, why even play the game? It's like, look, dude, like, I can actually die on these bosses. And they actually take, like, 30 turns to kill or something like that. Because they have a cajillion HP. It's crazy. Who designed this game? You did a really good job. You just did some things that are, like, weird, man. men and women. Ooh, he's spreading out the damage, which is both cool and scary. This is on a Super Game Boy 2, which is plopped into my Super Nintendo. There is a Super Game Boy 1, but it actually runs fast, and so you have to convert your times, which is silly. Or you can, but a Super Game Boy 2 came out in Japan, but it's still easy to find places in the US that carry them. And it does not run fast, so it's the preferred way. You can also play on Game Boy Player on the GameCube. Those are pretty much the two ways people play Game Boy games these days, at least from the speedrunning scene. And I am on a SGB2. Good fight. One crit, but completely stable because I'm not being stupid. We're almost there, folks. We are almost there. Thank you for the data face. I really appreciate it. You know, the data face has really pulled me through during Chaos's Castle. And I gotta tell you, folks, the last boss fight is actually really, really stressful. It's such a tough fight. And it's just impossible to know what the best move is. You just never know what the boss is gonna do. And if he does the wrong things, you're just dead no matter what. And there's a lot of ways you lose time, and there's a lot of ways you just die. And apparently you can also have like a super ridiculous god fight too. I've seen it once. My PB has it. Alright. So here, we got this guy named Saul. Remember him? Because I don't. And you got the last boss, Zagor, and he's trying to merge with Saul, who I guess is like godlike. And it's happening right now. And if it happens, he'll become like all powerful. So Saul is asking you to kill him, which is impossible because his HP pool is like 4 million. I've made that number up. But the weird thing is that it's twofold. One, you have to drop his HP pool in one round only. And two, every turn his HP pool drops. So what I'm going to do is just defend my way to the 8th round, which is right now. And then I'm going to fight him, because now his stuff's going to be low enough. Yo, thank you for the data faces, my friends. We're right here. Yo, did I do it a turn too early? Or did someone miss and I didn't notice? We'll just beat him up even more. Screw you, man. Here we go. And here's my man Zagor with the hype music. Yeah. 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 First turn, he always barriers, so I know I can go balls out, but from there, we have to pray. This is like a really long fight, too, so I'm really not sure how much talking I'm gonna do, because I'm probably gonna be trying not to poop my pants the entire time. So you'll have to excuse me if I'm not my normal chatty self. Wow, the one time I need him to go after the boss, he goes before the boss. Look at that, see? That's a great ability for him to use, by the way. But I'd be at full health. No, I'm not. Yo, nice flare, dude. You really don't ever want to see that. And certainly not first. Okay. What do we need to do here? Oh yeah, you know how the Talon has a brain? Your dad's brain? He joins you in the fight, so that's pretty cool too. Let's Cure 3 him. Nice. So now it doesn't really matter what he does. I'm gonna live through it, which is nice. Okay, let's get a Cure 3 on him. And he went first, so now you're dead. He would have killed anybody with it though, so that's honestly fine. It's fine. And I didn't have to use a single elixir last round, so I can afford to be pretty, I can afford to use it a lot. Are you dead? You're not dead, thank you. But you can probably get a good idea of just how volatile this fight can be if he just decides to be not very friendly, which he tends to be like. And he has something like 50,000 HP or 45 or 50, I forget. And I do about 2,000 damage, a little over 2,000 per turn. So you're really in the trenches for this. It goes a long time and it's very, very stressful. Because things can really go your way or really not go your way and everything in between. I think that's okay. No, it's not okay. Well, that's not the worst thing ever. Fight's going okay. It's not great. It's not terrible. But like I said, the absolute ideal is that no matter what happens, both my mice get to attack every time. That would be really, really great. It's hard to do that. That was a solid turn, though. Okay, I was about to ask if he's dead, but with the crit, anyone's gonna be dead. Okay. That's okay. We're down to 6 elixirs. I used 3 elixirs kind of faster than I would like, but... I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean anything yet, so it's okay. We'll keep going. I think you're dead. What kind of sucks about this, too, is he's killing the guy who does more damage, so... But it could be worse. He could just be flaring me every round, and I'd be dead. You're dead too, aren't you? Oh no, you're alive! Hey! Hey! How nice. That sucks. Ooh. I think he lives through this, though. If he does, yes, nice. Okay, we're fine. I don't really count my damage on this guy ever, so I'm probably... I mean, we're not there yet, definitely not, but... Time is gonna be like a big surprise, like I don't keep track at all. So just be like vaguely ready. We're definitely not there yet, though. Yeah. Now things are getting pretty dicey. Can't afford to do that. Okay. Defend? Nope. That's fine too, though, to be honest. Huh. Okay. He really just doesn't like that guy at all. I'm trying to be a bit more stingy with my elixirs now, so we're going to be using the life spell instead, but puts us in a precarious position. Because you can be in situations like that where kind of everybody's lowish on health. Okay. If he opens his mouths and takes a turn, he's typically pretty close to dead. Again, I really don't know what turn it's going to be, but yeah, I guess I just suggest being ready for it, just in case. Probably within 5 turns. He's being real nice now. We're solid. Oh, you're dead! Rip him.
Is that time?
Not yet, not yet, not yet. Oh, now time. Sorry.
155.32.
155, dude. Sub 2, always free. We did it, everybody. We did it. You also gain experience from the last boss. That's pretty cool, too. Yeah, I'm sorry. You know, I had a plan. You know what my plan was? If I did this, I would just play Ninja Gaiden to fix the time, but oops. My bad. Anyway, I don't know when we're switching over to my man Nacho.
Well, we can watch the ending
Okay.
with this great color palette.
Oh yeah, of course. Thank you guys for watching and supporting me, of course. I do like this game. The RNG does drive me crazy, but it's a good game. Happy to play it for you. Still weirded out someone would actually put it on a marathon, but I'll take it any day of the week. So thanks a lot to Ozzy and all the organizers. Having organized a marathon that's way smaller than this, I can certainly appreciate the effort they put in. So definitely, if you guys haven't given the team a lot of love, you should, because they're definitely putting on a good job. Up next is my man Nacho Yakupu. He's a great speedrunner and a good friend from Chile. He's got Trip World followed by FF3. Both of those runs are pretty sick. And, you know, I can't thank you all enough for all your data faces. It really pulled me through. We got a sub 2 in a marathon. And you can't ever complain about that. That's pretty awesome. It's a pretty great ending from here. You kind of just go to visit it's, I don't know, standard, I guess. You can visit all the places and times and people, and they're like, yeah, we're happy and stuff. And then there's the credits. And yeah, what a run. I would say it was right on par with all of my runs, except for taking 25 minutes to get robot parts. I do owe a donation, though, of course. I think I was at about 20 extra encounters. I could be wrong, though. We'll go with that, though. Let's see what's still left to put donations into.
Well, coming up next for things we can put donations toward is Final Fantasy III with naming incentives. Currently, the names are All hail Demon Vooligan.
All hail Demon Vooligan. Good one.
Though Choco is only $4 behind Vooligan.
More shopping, you say? That's up to the organizers. We can get some ding ding whoops in here for like 20 minutes if you guys want. I'm all for it. Let's watch this sweet ending, and then let's ding ding whoop until they kick me off, which will probably be immediately. But let your voices be heard, man. FF11? Heck yeah, dude. That's its own marathon. I would donate for that. Man, so I used to have notes for this run. I really did. Put my heart and soul into it, even though it probably didn't make sense. And then the route changed. So if anyone wants to learn this game, too freaking bad, you're out of luck. You'll have to do it the old school way, I guess, and watch videos, unfortunately. Because I'm sure everybody was wowed and wants to play this.
Well, I certainly would not want to pass up on those robot parts.
Let's get this donation in, dude. Double task! Entertain the fans, donate to Red Cross, all at the same time. Look at me go. You can't look at me go, but I'm going. Boom. We did it. You just hold select and A. No, you don't do that. You do it at times. Opus is already messing up. Don't talk that way about donators' color. Oh, I don't.
So we got $20 in from Bichphuongballz, whoever that is. $20 for all the missing robot parts. Put it all to naming the boy FMA in FFA.
Oh, red apple for this is the color scheme that I normally it's not this one.
But you should consider just having this be your normal color scheme.
No. No, dude. This thing is awful. Nah, I'm just a god, dude. This doesn't affect me at all. No, it actually does. It's actually worse than the FF6 one. And I didn't think that could possibly happen.
I think you mean better.
Alright. You know better than I do, so we'll go with that. Hyper watermelon. I didn't even think about that. Demon Choco has this exact color scheme. It's just all chocobo heads in the background with this color scheme, making things like extra amazing. We're almost done with the ending. The credits are the last part. I'm telling you though, you know, I see on the Discord, man, you guys are freaking out about the schedule. Rightfully so, because I'm a terrible person. But, you know, I can just shop for like 10 more minutes, dude. No problem.
Well, as great as that sounds, we're going to move on.
Dang.
Thank you very much for running for us.
Not a problem. My pleasure. Thanks everybody for watching and for having me. I'll catch you next time. My man Nacho. Good luck, dude.
Hey guys. Thanks, Big, for the good luck. All right. Hang on. Okay. Oh, okay. Can you guys hear me? I have no idea whether or not I'm live or not. Actually.
You are.
You are live, sorry.
Oh, I am. Oh, all right. Yeah. Discord was. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, Discord was not telling me I was live, so I wasn't sure. Good thing I didn't say anything embarrassing, I guess.
So Worm is just getting.
So okay, and it's okay. It's okay. Let me know when I'm good to go. I'm ready anytime. I was born ready.
Dang.
I'll be playing. I'll be playing cool triple music.
By CarSense.
In the meantime,
The lifetime engine guarantee from CarSense is car sensational. Find out more at carsense.com. By Allegheny Health Network, the largest health system rated #1 in the region for all the things that matter most. And by Ram, official truck of the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Ads are awesome.
really nice. I'm convinced.
I might have like a hockey game on the other screen over there,
Right, this is a top
playing
tier
through my mic.
Good job, Religion.
Nice. Oh man, can you believe I had to follow up Bichphuongballz, the Bichphuongballz. I can't believe it.